A lot of traders here. Frontier Store. The Huffman Saloon Hole. Oh, no, Huffman's Hole. Huffman's Hole, really? Just really.
Yippee-yay!
I think I will head in there first. Partly because it's closer, but mostly because I would like to avoid saying what I know I'm going to end up saying eventually. Hello, good morning.
I'm off the clock.
Oh, you work there. Right, no. I'm here for casual conversation. I've just arrived and I'm introducing myself to everyone and trying to get the lay of the land. Find out what's going on around here.
I'm already married.
I'm sorry. Are the words I'm using a little too complicated for you? For some reason, you seem to have mistaken what I just said for a proposition of some sort. You know what? Allow me to clear that mistake up for you and remove the illusions you seem to be harboring. Goodbye.
See you.
Good grief. I mean, honestly, that, to me, tells me you might have a self-esteem problem. Initially, people might think the fact that you believe everyone wants to marry you, or at least get to know you in a carnal manner, is a matter of you being a little arrogant. But it's not. It's the idea that nobody would want to talk to you for any other reason. Although, unfortunately, with a personality like that, I can understand why that might be the case.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're not proposing, right? You're not asking me to marry you. I'm just checking. Maybe that was a local custom of some sort. Okay. Salads, kebabs, gamers. What the hell is that? Hi.
Welcome to my restaurant. This is the Mad Roman, and I am Augustinos. A pleasure to meet you.
Italian descent? Oh, are you ex-Legion? Or was that a Greek? Yeah, actually... Wait, yeah, so the uniforms say Happy Greek, but the sign says Mad Roman. What? Right. Yes. What's with that?
I'm in the middle of a rebrand. It's a very expensive thing, completely redoing the signage and uniforms and everything. And I'm having some issues with the suppliers.
Okay. Would you like a help with your rebrand?
If you're offering, I need someone to head over to the Crimson Caravan and negotiate with them. It's hard to find time to leave the shop, so if you can run over there and talk to them, I'll make it worth your while.
How worth my while? You know what? Sounds like a deal.
Wonderful. Head over to the Hawaiian King Motel. You're looking for a man named Slidell. He's a good man. He's helped me in the past. I need some red paint and a few of those painting guns.
Painting? Yeah, okay, well, that's nice, but before...
Welcome back.
Hi. So is this Roman or Greek food?
Well, sort of. This Greek food passed down to me over the centuries. It used to be a country or empire, I think. But with the war going on out east, I remembered that the Roman and Greek tend to blend together in most people's eyes. So I figure, what's the harm in renaming the place? After all, I support the war effort against the Legion. Might as well make some money from it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Roman thing with the Legion. Yes, I can see why a rebrand could be useful. Do you know anything about the Legion?
I know that the Romans are something. They want to rebuild the Roman Empire and impose martial law on California. I'm not too sure what that entails, but it can't be good with how crucifix-happy they are. What I will say is that the skirts are very nice. They do have excellently toned legs. Real models of physique and masculinity. If nothing else, the Legion are fashionista visionaries. I can respect that at least.
Yeah, unfortunately, a good sense of style and coordinated uniform does occasionally indicate slightly authoritarian and murdery tendencies. And it's not really the crucifixes that you need to be worried about, but the crucifying, which they are doing, I can confirm. Okay, did you build this place?
I sure did. My family has been in the Euro business for 4 generations. This is my foot forward in the business. I opened a Euro stand in Irwinville and saved
Euro.
up just enough money to come here.
What is a euro? You saved all that money by yourself?
Yep, Stan might have bankrolled everybody else in a baker, but I'm the one true independent. Of course, the Honorable Freak Stanton publicly eating in here in front of his cameras did not hurt either.
Okay. Bit of rivalry going on between those two? Okay, I'd like to see these gyros.
Gyros and kebabs,
Gyros.
you won't find finer in all of New California.
Right, because I've never found any of those in... Okay, let's have a look. We got a gecko gyro. Alright, I'll take one. And a bighorn kebab. I will take one of those as well. You've got some purified... You never know, I might need a little more purified water. So let's just stock up whilst I'm here. I don't think I've got anything to sell you.
A single bite will send you to heaven.
You mean it'll kill me? I mean, that's not a good sales pitch.
You take it easy.
What's up?
I will... Right, well, thank you very much.
What's up?
I'm not going to crack the obvious joke. Right, well, that was interesting. Yep, nope. Frontier store. Wait. Baker Community Library. Baker Community Library, open 24/7, no food or drinks allowed. Bit unfortunate. Borrow up to 3 books, no late fees. I should definitely go and find the community house before night falls again. Hello!
Welcome to the Baker Library. It's quiet, it's cozy, and it's mine. Feel free to browse, just don't bring in any sand.
I think I can manage that. How did you get your hands on so many books?
Most of these books were either scavenged from old homes or traded with travelers. Not exactly the hub library, but it beats anything east of here, that's for sure.
Okay, and I do have to ask, the sign says Cup of Joe. You don't actually sell coffee though, right?
Coffee? Yeah, I've got some. Not exactly fresh ground, but it'll do the job.
Really?
Most of it is pre-war, vacuum sealed tight. Smells awful when you open the tin, but once you brew it, it tastes, well, tolerable.
Yet, 200-year-old coffee. I don't care how vacuum sealed it is. That's... Ooh. Do you have any favorite quotes from books you'd like to share?
We're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. That one's from before the Great War.
Okay. Do you have any more favorite quotes from books you'd like to share?
Here's a good one. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. That's from a famous pre-war author. Shame he never finished his last book.
I sort of feel like I should know that, but I don't. I don't suppose there's anything I can do to help out, is there? While I'm here?
If you find any new books out there, post-war books, not the old stuff, bring them here.
Post-war books?
I've got plenty of books about the way things used to be. What I need are books about the way things are. I'll pay you fairly.
You mean horror stories, basically. Okay, then, I'll be going for now.
Come back soon.
If I find books, I will.
Saw another hit.
Wait. Sorry. I need more sleep. Lot of strange happenings. That does remind me, I need to... Yes, the community centre. I might want to stay there. And I also need to speak to Melvin about letting Donnie stay there. But I'm hoping I can get myself somewhere to stay. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Right, so we've got another store there. I think I've done enough shopping, and I'm just not ready to say it yet. I am not ready to say it. This is the town hall, and I need to speak to someone. The mayor. About using political influence on the DRC. Yeah, I basically did promise Elias that I would try to clear his name. What's up there? So I'm going to try and do that, and then I'm going to go and find a place to sleep, because I cannot have another sleepless night. I am not willing to get shot.
Hold it. Baker Town Hall's under new management. State your business.
Okay. I'm here to inspect the thermal exhaust port.
I heard about that. Precise hit could have destroyed the whole town hall. The mayor must have called you in then. Alright? Head upstairs and talk to Lauren. Look for the idiot at the back desk. Feel free to pop one between his eyes on the way in. Just don't touch anything else.
Look for the idiot behind the desk, as opposed to any other idiots that might be hanging around. Thought that was a interesting thing to pick up. Okay! I didn't actually listen to the directions particularly well, because I was so stunned by the fact that that actually worked. Hi.
You got business here?
Who are you?
I'm Kingman. I'm the guy you can talk to if you have business here. If you don't, you should leave.
Okay. What does a town hall need mercenaries for?
There was a shootout recently. We've been brought in to make sure that there isn't another one.
What shootout?
A bunch of crazies attacked Town Hall a month ago. Nasty business.
Any idea who did it?
It's still under investigation.
Okay. Would you like me to investigate it for you?
Nah, I don't think so.
Really? It's a little turn up for the books. Ordinarily, everyone wants me to do everything. It's kind of annoying. But now that somebody doesn't want me to do everything, I'm even more curious. Where are you from?
Redding. Was a hired gun for the Phoebus family.
I am afraid I have no idea where that is or who the Phoebus family are. What did you do for them?
A lot of things.
Unpleasant things, I assume? Can I talk to the mayor?
He's busy right now. If you do have business, talk to Lauren upstairs.
Yes.
If you don't, get out of here.
I've got business.
Sure.
Right. So I've got to go upstairs. I can see the signs of the shootout. Okay. Hi. I'm wandering around inspecting the place. There's an exhaust port that's problematic, and I wouldn't want any of you to get hurt. No, I wouldn't. Right, stairs up there. Oh. A locked door. Yes, curiosity is now ratcheted up a notch. for a man behind a desk. HQ request, please move my desk. I just wanted to read it, actually. I didn't actually... Sometimes my hand picks things up without me intending it. Hi, Jane. This is Daryl. I'm formally requesting a desk change as I no longer feel comfortable in my current location. I'm currently placed in the middle of a large workroom, 2 desks behind the receptionist. Tom sits right behind me and it feels like he's staring at the back of my head all day. He even follows me to the bathroom sometimes. I'm starting to worry for my safety. I think Tom has been using drugs on duty. I'm going to arm myself and take action if this isn't resolved soon. Okay then. Work strife. Pre-war book. Bakertown. Let's not get into huge amounts of trouble just yet. Right. It's very dark here, you know. Your lights are not particularly well maintained. That's not a desk, it's a table. Ah. You are the person I'm looking for, I believe.
I assume you have some manner of business here. State it.
Okay. I'm here on behalf of a caravaneer named Elias. I'm looking for assistance.
That is not worth the mayor's time, simply put. Unless, of course, you had 300 caps on your person.
Let's just say I don't for now, so I'm going to say no.
Good.
Right, so if I want to speak to the mayor, I have to spend money. I'm not ruling that out, but I do have other options that might cost a little less. I don't mind spending a little money every now and again, but something about that man's attitude makes me wish to pursue alternative methods to resolve this issue. Right. So, the mayor was a bust. I still have the colonel, 2 town bigwigs, and there was one other option. There was definitely one other option. I just don't remember what that option was. Mayor, forget. Talk to Bob. Yes, I need to talk to Bob. Unfortunately, that's somewhat lacking in details, shall we say. Right. Millicent at the West Department of Roads and Commerce. There's so many other options, actually. Right. For now, though, I think I'm just going to Ain't Got No Home. I'm going to sort out a place to live for Melvin and myself at the same time. This direction. Is the sun going down? I feel like it... No. It's still quite high in the sky. I'm not keen on the fact that that rhymed. A vehicle. Probably a bad idea to steal it. Unlikely that would be appreciated. This wouldn't be that Knox fella, would it?
What
Hi.
do you want?
Okay. What is this building?
Community center, dumbass. Are you new here or something?
Obviously, you've never seen me before. Are you blind? Or is it possible that you just don't recognize me because I'm new here, is what I'm getting at. Who are you?
Knox, as in I'll knock your teeth out if you try anything. Get it?
That's terrible. What do you think about Baker?
Place is a dump. Better now that me and Budgie are here. A lot of bums looking for handouts, and soon to be a lot of broken hands if they come anywhere near me.
You're annoying, aren't you? Who's Budgie?
My big brother. He don't talk much, but we're real close. He gets me out of trouble.
Why are you guarding this place?
Melvin hired us to keep the place safe. The only danger I see are bombs stinking up the place, but I'm the only one with the guts to do anything about them.
So Donnie wants to come into the community center and you need to lay your hands off him.
Donnie? You mean that shit stain that sleeps in the alley? Yeah, no thanks. We got enough of a rat problem already. Let him know I've been helping myself to his chem stash, though. He has some good shit.
Out of curiosity, what would it take to let Donnie in? Would a hole in your face do the trick?
Did you not just hear me? Donnie will never get back in. You tell Donnie if he comes anywhere near this place again, I'll drag him to the underpass and toss him off a bridge.
I have to admit, of all the unpleasant people I've met since I woke up after being shot in the head, you are the least pleasant. And that's pretty impressive because I've met people who've tried to shoot me again and again and again. I've met barked scorpions that wanted to sting me, best case scenario, and I've had geckos who do this really annoying little run at me, which I can only assume is hostile intent. But you're the worst.
I don't like looking at your ugly mug, but here we are. You're lucky I'm on the clock.
Oh yes, that's me. Lucky.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'm gonna go and speak to the manager. I'm just going to try not to sound like I'm speaking to the manager. Okay.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for somebody called Melvin. I've come to ask a favor and also report he has a problem at the door. That problem being somebody with a bit of a death wish talking to potential customers. Assuming... What is that? I assumed this was a sort of place where people could come and stay. But now I'm beginning to think it's not.
Hey, welcome to the Baker Community Center. Are you finding everything to your liking?
What is this place?
This is the Baker Community Center. We provide housing and care for Baker residents in need.
Oh, you do?
This center
Right.
was previously funded by the town's treasury, but it fell into a state of disrepair as of late. I recently purchased the center and made some renovations as well as hiring some assistants and guards. The beds used to be free for residents, but with no government support, I've had to start charging a small fee for them.
Right. Why do you need guards?
Well, without getting myself in too much trouble, I'll say that our town hall has undergone a shift of sorts. It seems we have a new mayor, one who is not solely invested in the well-being of our fine citizens. These guards are a deterrent to keep those mercenaries from getting curious and bringing that mess over here.
So you've hired mercenaries to defend yourself against the mercenaries the mayor has hired to defend himself apparently from another bunch of people who don't like him. This town's a bit of a powder keg, isn't it? Interesting. What renovations did you do to the place?
We've completed a number of changes. We converted cubicles to beds for struggling Baker residents. I had new coffee brewers added, and we can provide very basic medical care now, to name a few.
I approve of all of those. It is a pleasure to meet somebody who is actually trying to make the world a better place. You are actually a pillar of in the Baker community, aren't you?
Why, thank you. I want to give back to the town that saved me.
Oh, this place looks like crap. Well, it does, but doesn't everywhere. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
I like him. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. The first thing I want to do is talk about Donnie. He wants to be let back into the community center.
Donnie. I feel for him. I really do. We have a strict no-drug policy in the community center, though. We don't generally do multiple strikes. If you mess up, you're out. It's harsh, But there's a long line of people who need a bed here. We can't help everyone.
That makes sense, to be honest. Out of curiosity, what would it take to let him in?
The best way to get Donnie in is to have him prove he can hold employment. Otherwise, it'll need to be a substantial fee. If he can pay a yearly rate for a bed rental up front, we'll let him stay. That's probably not an ideal choice, though.
No, I agree. The whole give a man a fish, he can feed himself for one day, give him a fishing rod and he can beat his neighbor to death and steal everything he's got kind of proverb. Who could I speak to about getting Donnie a job then?
The main employers in the area are Mr. Hightower, the water merchant from the hub, or Mr. Stanton at his villa to the south. I believe Stanton provides lodging for his employees as well. You should start with his farm overseer, Stubbs.
Interesting. Okay. Tell me more about Mr. Hightower.
Hightower is the richest man in the area, maybe the whole NCR. He recently had a new house built across the highway. He has connections in every major NCR city and never spends too long in one place. I haven't seen enough of him to know his intentions, but he claims to want to help the town. Let's hope that is truly the case.
Okay, and tell me more about Mr. Stanton and his villa.
Stanton is a complicated man. He provides a lot of food to the NCR, and his farm sustains the town. Unfortunately, this makes him invaluable to the NCR. They cater to his every whim, including protection if he asks for it. He employs many people in his villa and ranches, although I don't often see them come visit Baker, despite being a few miles down the road. It worries me about the conditions those people might be working in.
Okay. All right, well, I'll look into getting Donnie a job.
Sounds like a plan.
In the meantime, is there anywhere I can...
Welcome back. How can I help?
Is there anything I can do to help around here?
Well, donations are always appreciated, but please, don't feel obligated. There's a substantial homeless population here in Baker. Direct action is the best way to help those people.
You know what? I don't mind donating 100 caps. Can I use the place, though?
Thank you for your generous donation.
Okay. Tell me a little about yourself, then.
There's not much to tell, really. I grew up in a nicer part of the hub, in the suburbs. Both my parents were in the military, so I was raised by my community and NCR dual military family programs. I've worked for nonprofits and even dabbled in the followers for a little while. But I wanted to own something for myself. I'm not sure what attracted me to Baker, but I felt like I could make more of an impact in a small town where I could learn everyone's names.
Okay, tell me about Baker, then.
Baker is a wonderful community, but a community with growing pains, to say the least. We are dealing with a large-scale drug problem, made worse by a gang of criminals who have recently been pushed out of the hub. We do our best to help, but social services are stretched with all the refugees escaping the Mojave. And that's assuming we still have an operational town hall.
Yeah, that's a big assumption. I had difficulty in speaking to the mayor. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here.
Of course.
Okay. That's not quite what I expected. Right. So, we need to get Donnie a job. Can I can't. No. Then, I'm assuming there is another place that I can... you know, rest my weary head, because honestly, at the moment, I have this horrible... Oh god, it's the tavern, isn't it? I'm going to have to say it. I didn't want to. I knew I was going to have to. I've just been putting it off. But it looks like I need to enter Huffman's hole. There are some houses up there. Hello.
The followers clinic is a blessing, but they can't help everyone.
No, I guess not. Am I hearing a piano? Oh. Okay, it's a piano, but there's no piano player. Okay. Oh, it plays itself. Okay. I mean, I think I would have preferred someone playing so I could do requests. Hi.
Saw another family
good
heading down the
afternoon.
15 yesterday. Didn't look like they had a destination in mind.
Yeah, it's probably, once more, they were leaving somewhere rather than heading somewhere. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Okay, can I get a drink? Oh, actually, I'm really looking for a place to stay, but a drink would help, I guess.
Before you drink, I have one major rule in this bar. Don't leave until you're sober. Public intoxication is against NCR federal law. If you leave, I can be charged, and I do not want to be charged for your stupidity.
I'm sorry.
With that out of the way, I am Kareem. This is my bar. How may I serve you?
Let me just get this straight. If I get drunk, I need to stay in a bar until I get sober. You can sort of see the problem here. That's like saying, if you go swimming in a pool and get wet, you have to stay there until you've dried off. And arguably, you could just stop drinking. I have a feeling that once drunk, that is probably something that's not going to be easy to do. Okay. I'm going to ask, dreading the answer, but who is Huffman?
A friend I knew back in Shady. He owned a paint store. He helped me out with learning the ropes of opening a business, so it's in his honor.
Why is it called... You know what? I don't want to know. I'm going to choose to believe it's because it's a watering hole, and you just couldn't be bothered adding watering to the title. That's what I'm going with. Who's the guard? Do you have a guard?
Mia. She's one of Stanton's old mercs. Had a dispute and quit.
So you have a guard here. Everyone has guard. Do I need to get a guard? Where are you from?
NCR City. The old Shady Sands quarter. These days it's suits and government officials and tourists. It's bustling. But the state's taxes were killing me. So I came to the hub because I, at the very least, wouldn't have to pay state income tax. This bar is the result of that journey. And at the end of every journey, when you're huffing and puffing, you need a drink.
Nice sell. I'm looking for information about the town, to be honest.
You've come to the right place.
Excellent. What I really want to know is, where can I sleep? Where can I get a drink? This seems to be a somewhat obvious question. Not an obvious question, actually. A question with a remarkably obvious answer.
Here, dummy.
I had to ask. I didn't, but I also did. I do apologize for that. Okay, I'm looking to trade.
Sure. Just across the street is the Frontier store. That's where I shop. Nice and clean, good prices, solid inventory.
Okay.
There's a bunch of hustlers around the thermometer. Not a lot of great stuff, but generally cheap. I'd stay out of it at night, though. If you want the good stuff, head on down to the motel across the interstate.
Motel?
They're expensive, though.
Motel across the the road. Got it. Who are the big players here?
There's Frick Stanton, and there's Leland Hightower.
Right.
Stanton's a Brahmin baron. In fact, I'd say he practically founded this town. I swear he owns more land than this whole town does. Hightower's a water merchant, old money, real rich. You probably saw his home on the way in.
Did I? Okay. I will take your word for it. Who's the mayor? I sort of tried to see him, but failed.
I don't remember. Sorry. These days, the town hall's kind of locked down. Lots of security there after a shootout, and police haven't really given any updates.
Police? So what you're saying is the mayor is someone you don't know? Are you sure there is even a mayor anymore? Perhaps he got killed? I mean, perhaps the mayor is an intelligent deathclaw? It could be anything. You're probably looking at me right now thinking, I don't think I should serve you alcohol. Where would I go if I wanted more under-the-table services?
No, I don't support that type of stuff.
That's a lot of... Yeah, no. We'll talk about this another time, I think.
Okay, then.
Because I'm not even totally sure what services I would be thinking of. Want to talk politics?
What? My own personal views? Yeah, okay.
What do you think of... This is not what I had in mind. I meant local politics. But do you support the NCR?
Yes. What kind of question is that? It's my country, and I love it.
Yeah, okay. What do you think of New Vegas?
Well, taking it would be nice. I've been there a couple times.
Taking
Not
it?
to gamble, just to visit. A lot of money there. I can see why the government folks want to make it a state. And honestly, we probably should.
Oh yeah, you should probably wander around taking pieces of land that belong to other people and claiming them as your own. I mean, it's the civilized thing to do, after all.
Great. That's enough about politics anyways.
Yep. I'll be leaving now.
May the one true God bless you.
Okay. So, that was slightly helpful.
Wish I knew more about what's going on in the Mojave. Seems like it's important.
Who's the guard? Where is... There was a guard around here. He mentioned her and... Oh, is it her? No. Oh,
Wish I knew more about what's going on in the Mojave. Seems like it's important.
Saw another family heading down the 15
You have your
yesterday.
finger on the trigger, you know.
Didn't look like they
I mean,
had a
I get
destination
being
in mind.
prepared, but this feels a little overboard.
Look, sit down and enjoy your drinks. Don't talk to me.
Okay, well, that was fairly clear. Right. Wait. Motel? Across the interstate. Really? Oh no. Isn't that the interstate? Not an expert on pre-war road classifications. But that, in my opinion, appears to be what I would consider an interstate, as in a road designed to go between states. Interstate. Is there another interstate that I can cross? Is this... Another
has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Interstate. Motel! A place that I was warned to stay away from. But motel? Does that not mean something like motor hotel? I believe it does. I'm wondering what these pylons are. I'm not seeing wires between. Actually, are there multiple, or am I just seeing the same one constantly? I think it's a radio tower. Fargo Traders. Right. Gaudy, but fair enough. Is... Okay. These are just... That's the Crimson Caravan. These are places of business. What I would like to do first is...
Everything around here has to be so run down. Hopefully they can learn from places like this. Had a dip in the pool yet? Cleanest water for miles.
There's a pool with clean...
I'm sorry,
Ooh.
sir, but I'm afraid the pool is for guests of the Hawaiian King only. I'm gonna have to ask you to vacate.
Oh, sorry, yes, sure, absolutely.
Your cooperation is well received.
I really wasn't it. I was just checking to see if there was actually water. Where's he going now? Then perhaps you are the gentleman I need to speak
Haven't in the
to.
pool yet? Cleanest water for miles.
Hello.
Enjoy your time at the Hawaiian King.
Not so far, no.
If you like a room, please see Arnie in the lobby.
That's what I was looking for, except, follow-up question. Where's the lobby?
The Ninth Island is top-notch dining if you're in need of a meal.
Yeah, you look very, very bored to be doing this job. Where is the lobby?
There's a reason why they call it the Hawaiian King. This right here is the best place to be.
Right. I'm hunting for a lobby. This, I feel like, is the most likely candidate. So, surfboard, right? Is there anywhere to actually surf around here, or is this just for decorative purposes only? I'm assuming the latter, but I thought I'd ask. Hello.
Hi. Looking to get a room?
I might, yes. I'd like to buy a room. Tell me about the amenities. Can I buy a bungalow? Tell me about the amenities here.
The Hawaiian King is Baker's very own desert oasis.
Okay.
Whether you are looking to stop on the long trip east or relax in luxury, we have you covered. You can enjoy the only purified swimming pool between the hub and New Vegas, a 5-star dining experience at the 9 Island Bar and Grill, scenic desert views in all directions, and we are walkable to all the wonderful shops in Baker.
Okay, I feel like you're overselling the shops in Baker just a tad, but, can you tell me anything more about the area? Any sightseeing suggestions? And please don't tell me the thermometer.
Of course, I'd highly recommend a trip to the world's largest thermometer, but you may want to steer clear of the gift shop next door.
Yeah,
You can opt for the Zeeton Jerky Mart
Good
across the
advice.
street instead. The owner is a bit more honest.
A bit?
We also have a lovely frontier store in town if Western goods are your style.
Okay.
Lastly, I'd recommend a stop at the Baker Library. Just look for the Cup of Joe sign. I love relaxing with a new book on the beach chairs outside.
Okay, well, how do you afford to keep all that water in the pool? Purified water does seem somewhat wasteful in the current climate and situation.
We have guests with expensive tastes, so it's in everyone's interests that they are comfortable. Mr. Hightower is the largest water merchant in the Republic, and he owns a home just up the hill. He often wines and dines his business partners at our restaurant, and in exchange for clearing the place out, he provides us with an endless supply of water for our pool. We're a well-oiled machine here with a lot of moving parts.
Okay. What if I'm looking for something more exciting?
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do, we have an exclusive partnership with an actual speakeasy and underground casino. Speak to Juanita in the pawn shop if you'd like more information.
Ah. Yeah. Aren't casinos illegal in this territory?
Isn't Vegas one of the biggest hotspots for NCR tourists right now? Why do you think that is? Do you think
Bright
all
lights.
these rich gamblers with money
Shiny
burning
things.
holes in their pockets can walk 300 miles into the city? If you're worried about the Republic, you should be glad we have a casino here. We save a lot of tourists from getting caught on the dangerous roads.
I wasn't complaining myself, I'm just curious. Thank you for the information.
Anytime.
If I were to buy a room, how much would it cost?
Of course. That will be 250 caps. Or 600 NCR dollars, please.
Okay. So just seems a bit steep. That seems a little steep, but is that permanent or just one night?
I assure you, our rooms are worth every dollar.
Okay, well, I'll think about it. What about a bungalow?
I'm sorry, our bungalows are all currently reserved by other guests.
Okay, come on. My money spends just like someone else's. I'll get back to you on that. What's the history behind the Hawaiian King?
I've been the owner of the Hawaiian King for around 2 decades now, I think. When I took it over, it was a burnt heap of crap. Looked like it had been that way for a long time. The name was already here, and thankfully, so were a lot of the trees. I have no idea how they survived, but these palms are hardy. I received a loan from Stanton to fix up the motel at a rate I couldn't believe. He even sent some of his workers to clean up the place. And when I told him I couldn't afford the help, he just said, gratis, and waved his hand.
Ooh. So you support Stanton then, I guess?
I'd be crazy not to. I don't think this town would exist without him.
Right. What's Hawaii?
I don't know. A king of some island, maybe?
Fair enough. Thank you for the information.
Anytime.
All right. Okay, well then about the room.
Of course. That will be 250 caps. Or 600 NCR dollars, please.
Okay, I'll pay with caps. Please tell me this isn't for one night, though.
Wonderful. Your room is number 103. Look for the middle door on the first floor. Enjoy your stay.
103.
Bye now.
Right. And it's outside, yes? One of the... Okay, we got a bunch of places to try out here. Let's check out the room first of all. They seem to have forgotten room numbers, but... Oh, my room has a nice mat. Okay, this is not terrible. Not terrible at all. It has a TV probably not functioning. It has a hot plate. It even has something for me to read and something to eat. And I can do some cooking. Although, I should probably work on my culinary skills. That's, not an area I'm... Okay! I'm actually... You know what? The price of this place might be worth the things that I'm finding inside it. I'm not stealing, well, taking a plunger. This toilet is actually... Well, there's no toilet seat, but it's not broken, and it's... I'm going to avoid using the word clean and say not too revoltingly dirty and has water. Does it flush? Where? Why would I do that?
Yippee-yay!